Welcome to Bastad, Sweden for round 3 of the UIM MotoSurf World Championships. We are getting ready for the Elite Heat 2. These guys in the Elite class are actually competing for the Brinks Cup this year. I'm joined by one of the series organizers, Martin. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. Yourself?
I'm doing good. I'm enjoying all the racing and the great weather here in Bastad, Sweden.
Yeah, we will see the elite class, the top of the MotoSurf racing. They will actually redo the heat number 2 because of the certain inconvenience what happened in the starting procedure in the heat number 2 happening around lunchtime. So they will go on the water once again, and we will see Alex Luxer leading the way from Lukáš Kozon and Dominik Kadlec. Number 4 will be worn by Matyáš Novotný. Marek Škamla with number 5 will stay out because of the health conditions. Number 6, Oliver Navarra. Number 7, Matěj Kožíšek. Number 8, Jakub Kornfeil. Number 9, Jiří Wolf. And letter A on the shorts will be worn by Daniel Provazník.
So now we were talking about who's not in here?
Marek Škamla, number 5.
So we were talking about him basically using the other race as his throwaway race, and now 2 is getting redone, so he's going to miss 2.
This will be very unfortunate for Marek Škamla, who doesn't feel well to compete in this heat, and he's obviously trying to save some energy for tomorrow's finals. So let's see how he can recover from some illness he got, and hopefully he will be able to compete tomorrow and fight for some good points into the championship.
Yeah, and hopefully he can recover from his starting position, because that's basically the issue now, is that he's not going to get as good of a starting position as he could have for the final.
It will not be the easiest start for him, I believe, losing one heat completely and then staying out of the other one. But let's see what he can do. Marek Škamla is known to be a very strong fighter, so let's see what he can do. Now we can see Alex Luxer, the leader of the group, wearing shorts number 1, that he's already forming the lineup for that V shape needed for the rolling start of the MotoSurf starting procedure. Representing Apex Pilots.
All right, we're looking. There you go. Everybody's getting in the formation. We're going to see if the formation is tight enough where the officials give them the green flag or not. So now, you got to remember, these guys just raced about 1 moto ago, so there's only one in between their last race and now this race. So fatigue is definitely going to play a factor in this one.
It definitely will, and let's see how they can handle that. I'm sure that all these are very much ready for that amount of the performance, what they need to do. But they are the World Championship racers, and they have to count also with that option that they will go back to back, and I'm sure that they will handle that very well. On the other hand, we see that the wind conditions and the weather conditions are coming to much better status for now. So we have the water being quite calm on as what we see from our commentary base. The water is quite calm and ready for the last heat of today.
Yeah, and our viewing TV, it doesn't seem like it's going to blow over or anything. The tent's not flapping, so obviously the wind has calmed down. The conditions on the water are much better than they were even, half an hour, 40 minutes ago when they raced last.
Yeah, this is the second attempt to create a V-shape for the rolling start of the elite class. It's Alex Luxer leading the way from Lukáš Kozon, Dominik Kadlec, Matyáš Novotný, Oliver Navarra. This will be the first row. The second row, Matěj Kožíšek, Jakub Kornfeil, Jiří Wolf and Dan Provazník. So let's see if this can be started, but it seems like everything is all right, and they will be racing very soon. Dominic Cutlers go for the same strategical move as he did in the heat number 3, but it doesn't seem to work this time out, and it will be Alex Luxer. Oh, and there is the crash of Matthias Novotny, and there was the touch with Dominic Cutlers, and the World Championship leader is in the water. Matthias Novotny is now in the water, so this will give Alex Luxer the opportunity to score some points over him, and he is speeding to open the gap and to take the 18 points of this heat.
Most people taking the left side of the split on the first in traffic like this. So here we go on the first lap. You can tell how much faster these boards are than the other ones. You can also hear the difference in the engines. And once again, these guys are competing for the Brinks Cup. And if you're watching on Brinks TV, yes, that Brinks. So not only are they helping us get exposure for the sport, but they've actually come in as a sponsor for the tour. So here we go in first. We still have Alex Luxscheider, but he is feeling a little bit of pressure from Lucas, trying to keep him honest. That way, at least, he cannot afford to make a mistake.
I'm sure Lukas Kozon and Dominic Cutlets, as well as Matthias Novotny, will never give up on that, and especially Dominic Cutlets after the fall in the heat number 3. He will try to recover his point scoring, and he will go after that winning position in this heat.
So with that being said, definitely trying to move through the pack. He's going to have to be very strategic with his long laps. So if you guys are just joining, we do have another section, basically once you get done with your lap, where you have to go through twice. We call that the long lap. So you can, if you miss a buoy, you get time penalized, or you can take the long lap. So here we got the first two now just breaking away from the rest of the pack.
So we see Alex Luxscheider and Lukas Kozon is pretty much able to accept the pace of Alex Luxscheider in the lead. So this will be interesting to see what Lukas Kozon has in his pocket to be able to challenge Alex Luxscheider. Then Dominic Cutlers, let's see what he can say into that mix, because he will definitely need to recuperate from the points loss from the previous heat.
Yeah. So let's see the strategy on the long laps. Let's see how this plays out. Right now, like we said, first two opened up a big gap. Third is hanging tough there.
And the first two guys in the session are now making their way into the long lap. So Alex Luxscheider and Lukas Kozon are both going into that long lap, and this will open the doors for Dominic Cutlets.
I had a feeling Lucas was going to follow Alex just because this way he can kind of keep an eye on him and try to go, match his pace versus losing contact with him and then just guessing if you're catching or losing.
He can definitely keep the pace, and it's quite obvious that he's trying, to get into his line and to follow him. And yeah, Lukas Kozon is very fast in this session, and he will be aiming for closing the gap to Alex Luxscheider.
Alex, though, is keeping his cool and just putting in his lap, slowly, very slowly starting to creep away from him.
I'm very curious what is going to happen after taking both of the long laps, and what is going to happen also after Matthias Novotny will take both of the long laps, and after posting some of the super fast lap times, what he is definitely capable of. But unfortunately, the collision after the start between himself and Dominic Cutlets made his way through this heat very complicated.
Look at that, just shredding the option section. You guys can see he's just putting the board where he wants it. He gets his board real close to the buoys. These tall ones he hits with his body. That way he can ensure that he's turning as close to the buoy as possible, shortening the track up. So right now our leaders have taken one long lap. They got one more to go. Alex Luxscheider is pulling away ever so slightly. he doesn't have a huge gap, but he's just opened the gap, which makes me think he's confident because he's seeing that he's making a little bit of time. So he's like, okay, our pace is fine. Let's just not make any mistakes and be nice and consistent.
And he has his hand up, and he goes to the long lap once again, followed by Lukáš Kozon. So pretty much the same situation as we had a couple of minutes ago. So the potential winner and the runner-up in the session are going to the heat, and Lukáš Kozon will have it a little bit difficult because he will have Jakub Kornfeil in the middle, and this might cause a bit of the traffic for him.
Yeah, and he even follows him through the split, which is surprising. He obviously likes that left side much better. All right, here's Alex Luscheider crossing the line for, I think, is that his last lap?
No, we still have a couple of laps to go. Alex Luscheider is coming closer and closer to score one more heat victory today, but we still have a couple of laps left. So let's see what Alex Luscheider has.
Oh, Lucas seems to be pulling up on the back of him, keeping him honest there. Oh, that's the second, and oh, that's the lapper, yeah.
The teammate to Alex Luscheider, who is now taking the long lap. So Lukáš Kozon will now be freed from the traffic, but
definitely lost a little bit of time there.
He lost a bit of the time, so this will give more of the piece into the pace of Alex Luscheider and this heat. And we have the white flag in the air, so that's the last lap of the heat for Alex Luscheider. So the only thing what he needs is just to calm down and to eliminate any mistakes to finish this heat on the winning race, and this is pretty much what he definitely wanted. And yeah, another potential victory for Alex Luscheider, but also a very solid second place for Lukáš Kozon.
How was Dominic doing? Was he able to work his way up? We haven't seen any.
I think Dominic should be in the third place, right behind Lukáš Kozon. And Matyáš Novotný is in troubles again because I can see him just throwing in the water then, and he's losing a bit of the time on Dominik Kadlec, and he will be on the fourth place. So this is super interesting, and he has to go into the long lap because he missed one of the buoys, but the checkered flag is out, and Alex Luscheider is taking the victory in the repeated heat number 2. So this is Alex Luscheider victorious, and of course very happy with that 18-point score. Lukáš Kozon crosses the finish line second place, and Dominik Kadlec in third. Let's see who will finish this heat on the fourth place, and it will be number 7 on the shorts, Matěj Kožíšek.
Yep, looking good with solid ride. We're starting to lose our finish line buoys, so it's a good thing we're at the end of the race day. Here we go, number 6 crossing the line, Oliver Navarra.
And Matyáš Novotný was very unlucky in the last stages of the race because he got that little technical issue close to that buoy, which he even missed. So he had to go for the one more long lap to compensate the missed buoy, and he finishes only 6th in this session.
So there you go.
Wow, that was another brilliance from Alex Luscheider representing Apex Pilots, finishing the Wednesday program here in Båstad in the winning race and scoring another important 18 points before we are heading to finals tomorrow.
That's right. Tomorrow we're going to have the finals, so we got one more heat tomorrow and then the finals. So tune in tomorrow. You can watch, once again, the elite class compete for points in the Brinks Cup. So thank you guys for joining us here on Brinks TV, and we will see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow in Båstad.